What we saw Monday night was the wreck heard around the world. After the Daytona 500 was postponed to Monday, 4 p.m. start time, so you get the race in, under the lights, make it all special and fancy. Yeah, it was an okay race. Probably not as good as fans would expect it. Stage 1 was decent. Stage 2 was the filler. Nobody wanted to wreck their cars on purpose. And nobody was really taking risks. They were training around the top lane. So nobody really cared. Wanted to at least make it to the end of Daytona 500. Nah. Then stage 3, we actually started getting racing in. And got side by side. People were loving it. We were loving it. They were side by side. And Joe Logano pushed Eric Almirola too hard. Almirola couldn't line up with Kozlowski. Kozlowski went around, caused the big one. Whatever. That's not what we're here to talk about. There's another big one. Chastain dove under Priest. Priest gave no room. Big one. It was like 5 to go. It's the biggest race of the year. You want to do anything you can to be put in position to win, and when you don't want people to pass you, so you gotta do what you want. Do what you want to do. Priest knew nothing good was gonna happen out of that. He knew that. He knew he knew he's shoving another car under the apron. He knew that, and he thought maybe I can benefit out of this, but he couldn't. He didn't. He ended up getting wrecked. Maybe. I think so. Maybe not. He ended up causing a wreck. Took out Joe Logano. Took out Chastain. Took out other people. He ruined their chances. Tried to benefit his. Because I'm not gonna go. Okay. Anyways. That brought him to a green white checkered. Clint Boyer and Mike McDowell spun just like in the Clash or whatever. Now they're green white checkered. Rack them up. No. Newman, Blaney, and Hamlin. They were probably the best cars at the end. Blaney, they went around, took the white flag. Everything's going great. And then there's a wreck in the back. Elliott goes around. Chase Elliott goes around. With the rules that are in place, I think it was a right call to not throw the caution because Elliott didn't hit hard. Nobody hit hard. They didn't even show the wreck at all because of what happened. But, from what I saw, nobody hit hard. They shouldn't have called a caution for that wreck. Looking back on it now, yeah, I wish they did. Everybody wishes they did. But, if they threw the caution then, I would be complaining, you would be complaining, because that's not what we wanted. We want to see the finish. We want to see the 1/1000th of a second finish. That's what we want to see. So, they kept it green. Everything's going good. Blaney's in the lead. Newman gets under him. In turn 3, passes him for the lead. Ryan Newman, who won the 2008 Daytona 500, is in the lead, looking for another one. And then Blaney's getting a run from Hamlin. Hamlin's pushing Blaney. Hamlin goes high, stops pushing Blaney because he's trying to win the race. So then Newman's throwing blocks. He's in the lead. What are you gonna do? It's the Daytona 500. You gotta block if you want to win. And then Blaney, coming into the tri-oval, Blaney sits behind Newman because he knows he can't make a move or else Newman's going to block. And when Newman blocks, that gives Hamlin the perfect opportunity to pass and win the race for the second year in a row. For the third time in the last 5 years, Hamlin would get the easy win. So he tried to push Newman. He tried to give Newman the edge that Hamlin didn't have. He didn't have a teammate. But Newman had a Ford behind him. Blaney wants 4 to go to victory lane. But Blaney couldn't quite get their bumpers to line up perfectly, which caused which caused Newman to spin around. And Fox, not worried about it. It's just a car spinning around. Who cares? They followed the finish. Luckily, they had camera guys following Newman too. So while they were following the finish, Newman spun around, hit the wall, car got airborne, flipped over, and it spun around, and Corey LaJoie, who had nowhere to go, probably couldn't even see through the smoke, hit Ryan Newman right on the seat post, I think it is, on the driver's side, causing him to cave in a significant amount. And that's terrifying. Newman even skidded like all the way to the exit of the tri-oval. And then his car caught on fire with the fuel spilling and the sparks. They even did a close-up on the fuel just spilling out of the car. Why? Why? Why would you do a close-up on the fuel that is being ignited by the sparks from the car? Why would you do that? Honestly, I was kind of scared that the car was going to combust, and just catch on fire. I was terrified of that. I was numb. I've become numbed. I've been watching since 2018, not that long. The first race I watched was the 2018 Daytona 500. Actually, the first race I watched was like the 2011 or 2010 Watkins Glen race, when the cars were literally flipping at Watkins Glen, and everybody was walking away. And then the 2018 to 500, Almirola got spun, slammed his car into the wall. He walked out of it fine. Kyle Larson, 2019 Talladega, his car went flipping end over end. He walked out fine. Brendan Gaughan, his car flipped over one rotation. He landed. He walked out fine. I became numb to wrecks. I forgot of the risk that these drivers are putting out there. And this was a huge wake-up call to me, to everybody, because deep down, everybody wants these wrecks. Or not the Newman wrecks, not those kind of wrecks. Everybody wants a wrecks. That's why we don't like the cars to train around the track. We want the cars side by side. So this racing, we want them to be closer and have a higher risk of wrecking. We want them to be closer at every track so they're racing harder. We want composite bodies in the cup cars so they can slam against each other and just hit each other. We want cars in the wall. We want cars against each other. That's what we all find deep down entertaining. Yes, some of us love to see these cars go 200 miles per hour around a racetrack, but that's not everything we want. We do want the wrecks, and that's why we have these closer racing. We want fast cars to be close together and to hit each other and wreck. Those are the things that we want to see in every race. And when we don't get that, fans are upset and they blame the package. They blame NASCAR. They blame the drivers. But when we have somebody almost lose their life at one of these tracks that was with the package that was made to make these cars go faster, because every fan in 2018 wanted these cars to be closer. So NASCAR threw something together. It worked the speedways. I mean, after the first Talladega race of 2019, everybody was like, keep this package. This package is awesome. The Daytona race after that. Awesome racing. I love that race. My driver didn't win. I love that race. He finished second. I love that race. I loved it. The fall race, the Talladega fall race, I love that race too. So why did we praise this package every single race, But when somebody's life goes on the line, we automatically hate it. Why? Because somebody is getting hurt and we forgot the risks of cars hitting each other and going 200 miles per hour. We forgot those risks as fans because we haven't seen it in a long time. The last person to get hurt that I know of, Kyle Busch 2015 in the Xfinity race. Oh, what did he do? Oh, he just slid across into the wall. Okay, whatever. Fix the nose of the car. Do whatever you want. Ooh, it's not like he was a big wreck. He just broke his leg. Came back to win the championship. Didn't hurt him that much. Just broke his leg. So we became numb to the fact that these drivers and these cars are just not controllable. It's not just something we can control. And we want them to wreck, but we don't want them to get hurt. You can't have both. Where there's wrecks, there's going to be injuries. Whether it be mental or physical. And that's just one of the scariest parts about it, because it's... I'm just going on a complete ramble. I'm not even thinking before I'm talking right now. I'm going on a complete ramble right now. But deep down, we all want these guys to wreck. I think most of the NASCAR community, we are all family. We all come together in desperate times. This is one of those desperate times where we realized, hey, something is not right about these cars. We need to fix that. And honestly, it wasn't going to happen until somebody's life was literally on the line. Somebody maybe got a little hurt. Ooh, who cares? Don't change the package. It's awesome. We love this kind of racing. But now you don't. Because you realized that it's not all fairy tales and ponies. It's not all perfect. And honestly, yeah, we did need this. We did need somebody's life to be on the line to realize that. And, I mean, I hope NASCAR changes with this. I hope the next-gen car is much safer. Because, I'm fine. I'm fine with a little bit of whoop-de-doo, cars not that close together. I enjoyed most of the 1.5 mile tracks in 2018 when the cars weren't all that together. I enjoyed those. But people didn't. They wanted the cars to be closer together. They wanted the cars to have composite bodies. They wanted the cars to be hitting each other. They want these drivers to be angry. They want these drivers to wreck each other. That's what they want. That's what we all want. That's what everybody wants. That's why we rate. That's why we watch it. We don't watch it because we're watching cars. If we were just watching cars, it'd be the same thing over and over. We'd get bored. But it's not, because we expect wrecks. We expect emotions. And sometimes we don't get those emotions. And then we're angry because they're not wrecking each other. Because one guy, maybe tapped him a little bit. Sent him up the track into the wall. Okay. Well, he put you in the wall. So now you better come back onto the track and take his entire race out. Because that's what we want. That's what I see on Twitter. And it's absolutely baffling that I see that. Because it's just insane. If you're not a fan favorite, we want you to wreck. That's what I've seen, and it's stupid. It's absolutely moronic, and I hate it. I don't care what NASCAR does. I love watching these cars race, and yeah, I do get bored if these guys aren't near each other or if they're just single file. But I still watch it because I'm entertained by it. And plenty of people are. But when the majority of people that don't like it speak out more than the people that do like it, NASCAR thinks they need a change. When really they didn't. 2018 was probably a great year. But they didn't really need to change anything. I found it amazing. For people that were just used to the old cars, old this, old that, come with the times, buddy. You want the old cars? Alright, let's flashback to 2001 Daytona. That's what you want? Have fun. Like, seriously. You can't get everything that you want out of a non-controlled environment. You aren't watching WWE where these people are actors. Racers are not actors. They're people sending their lives out onto the track, putting in the hands of other drivers and the car themselves. In NASCAR, making a safe car. That's what they are putting on the line. And the fact that people want these cars to hit each other, and they say Robin's racing, it's all fine, it doesn't matter. No, it does matter. Because then, when that wreck happens, it's used as promotion. And then, when the promotion happens, then people are like, oh, this race is gonna cause wrecks. I gotta watch it now. And that's why we had 11 million viewers on Sunday during the 20 laps of the Daytona 500. 11 million. That's what we could have seen. We get 7 million on Monday. Like, and people are mad. People are mad that people are saying that NASCAR is dying in these tweets saying that there's 7 million. No, NASCAR's not dying. NASCAR had 11 million viewers on the scheduled race date. And then you had half the people that couldn't watch because of work or school or whatever, because it was a 4 p.m. start time. It wouldn't have been any different if it was 11 a.m. start time or 12 noon. I don't know why people think it would be different. It wouldn't have been. It was actually probably better for it to be 4 p.m. That's my thought on that. But I'm straying off the line of the wreck. And I know I've been saying the same thing over and over and over, but it cannot be stressed enough. You can't say that you don't like the wrecks in NASCAR, because that's why you watch it deep down. Deep down, that's why you watch any form of racing. Yeah, cars going around are entertaining. Yeah, I love cars. Yeah, I love seeing them go 200 miles per hour. Sometimes, when I leave the track and not see a wreck, I'm kind of disappointed that I didn't see a wreck. Because I'm a fan that wants to be entertained. I want to see those special moments live, in person. But it's not what I want to, that's not what we're going to get. That's not what's going to happen. And that's the truth. That's reality. The fact is, we don't want these cars to wreck. But you act like you do. You act like you don't want to wreck. But you do. And we just saw somebody who almost died. And that was the biggest wake-up call you could have ever had, and I've ever had. I didn't think somebody could die. I've watched the 2015 Austin Dillon Daytona wreck so many times. And I'm like, if he didn't get hurt from that, nobody's going to get hurt anymore. These cars are so safe. And that's just not true. And that's where I'm going to have to leave this off. Yeah. You know what? Go into the comments. I read every single comment that I do get, because I don't get that many. Comments. Let's have a discussion. I had a discussion about something that's not even NASCAR related with somebody that does only NASCAR stuff. I love having discussions, and DM me on Twitter. My DMs are open. @RealDerek_. DM me there. Comments. I would say send me an email, but I'm not going to review my email. Yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. I'm not going to tell you to like. I'm not going to tell you to subscribe. But that's it. And goodbye.